Okay, hello YouTube. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to improve your chess game at any age. Now, for me, one of the first things you have to ask yourself is exactly kind of what age are you? Because believe it or not, as we get older and as we age, our brains actually do change quite a bit. When you're younger, you have more neurons firing, at least this is what science tells us, and you're actually able to learn things really, really quickly. Actually, we have massive amounts of neurons firing right when we're born. They say that we're learning a lot with even just within that first year. We learn how to speak an entire language. We learn a lot of things. As we get older and older, we have fewer and fewer neurons firing, and we become more specialized. We are better at using the information we have, but we're not as good at learning new information. So the first thing you have to ask yourself is like, how old are you? And that's going to tell you a lot of what you're going to do. So when you're younger, a lot of times younger people are very good at doing forward calculations. They're actually, younger people are going to be, they usually do excellent at puzzles because they're very good at calculating going forward, and they're very good at doing those early calculations. And their downside is that they don't have as much experience, so they don't have as much knowledge, right? So they don't have the experience and they don't have the knowledge. So as players age, we tend to lean on our experience and our knowledge, and we tend to remember a lot of like our theoretical knowledge and our endgame knowledge and things like that. We tend to lean on that, but we don't calculate as fast. We don't absorb new positions as quickly. So I'm going to show you something kind of personal here. I'm going to show you my own personal stats. My current blitz rating is 2428, but more importantly, what I'm going to show you is I've actually, over the last year or so, I've made some pretty good upward progress. I started back here, in the 2240s or so, and now I'm 200 points higher. I'm at about 2428. And if I go even all time, this graph looks a little bit better. You can definitely see an upward trend here. There's been some ups and downs for sure, but the trend is definitely going up. Of course, my all-time high is 2456, so I'm trying to beat that, and I'm still trying to crack 2500. But this is just going back 3 years, and you can see I hit a low point here. At one point, I was, way down. I wasn't playing very good at all. And I was able to come back from this, and I was able to get better. And part of the reason I was able to get better was because I realized that as much as I don't enjoy doing it, one of the main things that I had to work on as a chess player, as an aging chess player, I'm now 39 years old, I have to work on my weaknesses, which are not going to be my memory. My memory is really good. I've memorized a lot of theory. Actually, a lot of the videos that I do on openings, I actually do a lot of them from memory. I very rarely have to open the book, or it's not just stuff that I've prepared on ChessBase. This is stuff from my own personal experience that I've memorized over the years. That's something that's a huge strength for me. My big weakness is calculating tactics. And it's something that I'm not terribly good at even still. I'm much slower than a lot of players that are rated much less than me. So that's something that I need to work on. And just to show you, I'm going to go ahead and do a puzzle battle. And you can see my puzzle battle rating. So I have a 2400 plus blitz rating. So this is going to be a little embarrassing for me, but at the same time it's not, because I know that I'm an older player and this just isn't something I'm going to do very well. I have a 1905. I have a 1905 puzzle battle rating. I'm very slow compared to my peers in terms of solving these puzzles. So I'm going to go as quickly as I can, and I'm going to try to solve these puzzles, and you're going to watch me struggle and miss things when I move fast. And I mean, I'm still going to be moving faster than like a lot of amateurs, but this is going to be pretty sad for somebody at the master level. But by doing this type of thing, by working on this type of thing, I'm improving my game by leaps and bounds just by doing this type of thing. So let's see how quickly I can assess new positions. Okay, so I got that one. You can just see I move like molasses. It's just so sad. Okay, we got that one. See, it just took me a couple seconds just to kind of like even absorb the position. It takes me a few seconds just to realize what kind of position I'm in. Okay, let me see here. Boom, boom. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. And I think there, and I guess just takes. Oh, one more move, okay. So then we've got here, there, okay, and then we've got this. Oh, wasn't expecting even another move there. Now I gotta pause for. I'm lost. What do I do? Okay, so knight of. Okay, yeah, for sure. I do this. Oh, he takes with the queen. Okay, fine. Okay, so then here, and then I go like here, here, here. I gotta make a fast pawn, right? Otherwise I lose. So I gotta go there, 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 there. Okay, so there, I'm gonna go check. That's mate. Cool. So there, there, there. Boom, and I can't take that. I can take that. Yeah, I can take that. Boom, and boom. Okay, so then I take with the rook, then I check, and I check him again. Okay. Cool. Okay, so then here... Oh, I just take and take. Okay, and we check, we trade queens, we push the pawn. Boom! Got it. Okay, boom. And I'm white. This is so embarrassing, I don't remember what color I am. I'm playing white. Okay, so I queen... Or I push. Okay, I'm going to push. And then we go there, and that's it. Okay. So he pushes, and then what do I do here? I'm going to play check, and I'm going to play check. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to play check, right? And then check, and then mate. Okay, what do we got here? We got, I want to play bishop b4. Yeah, that works. Okay. And then we've got rook d8 sucks. Queen e5 is better. There we go. And then what do I do here? I just take it with the pawn, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we go there. I'm in check. It's black's move. I gotta move my king piece to a square. I guess I just take his rook. And then I take the rest of his stuff. Okay. And I block up the pawns. Okay, so then he pushes, I'm white, I've got to get mate. So we go over here and we mate him. What? Oh, I'm out of time. So I got them all right. I was lucky I was playing against somebody rated a lot lower than me. If you got a chance to see me go up against another, even just another 1907, which really isn't that good, you would have just seen how slow I am. I was kind of fortunate. I was only playing against a 1491, but... Like I'm really slow. You know, I got 25 in 3 minutes. I didn't miss anything. You know, so that's nice. So my process is pretty clean. So I'm finding all of the moves. It's just it takes me a little bit longer to absorb that position. It takes me a little bit longer to even realize sometimes even what color I am, which direction I'm going. And that's the thing I really have to work on. As an older player, is I have to work on that. And one of the best ways to work on that, if you're an older player, is to do puzzles. And of course, if you're a younger player, you've got to do the hard work of sitting down and actually learning all of the theory and learning all of your theoretical endgames and learning all of your theoretical openings. It's fun to do puzzles, and it's fun to jump on here and do Puzzle Rush, and Puzzle Rush is a really cool thing. But that's something you're going to do very good naturally when you're young, is you're going to calculate going forward young really well. You're going to absorb new positions really well. And you should certainly do some puzzles. You need to practice a little bit of everything. But for the older player especially, we should be spending a lot of our time just doing these puzzles and working out, getting that calculating ability going so that we can maintain that level of play. So, I mean, just to give you an idea, like, you know, some of my most recent games went pretty well. So you can kind of see I've got a pretty high accuracy rate. So I'm seeing the tactics in the game. There's not a whole lot that I'm missing when I play even in blitz games. And a lot of that I attribute to doing the puzzles. Like this last game, I actually beat an international master. And I had a pretty good game. I mean, there were some mistakes, you know, as you can see. So if I click on this, 92.4% accuracy, but I had the advantage from start to finish. I never really let it slip, and there's not a whole lot coming up as being terribly off for me, so I'm not missing anything major. The one move it didn't like was c4, but it's still giving major advantage to black here. And actually, this worked out really well. I managed to find, of course, the win with rook takes d5, push the pawn, push the pawn. I attribute a lot of that to Puzzle Rush and just, solving these puzzles. And of course, other tactics kind of earlier in this game, like I'll just show you the game briefly. It was a closed Sicilian setup. So I'm doing a lot of this from memory and a lot of this from experience. I know how to play these setups. So I'm well aware of the ideas. But then watch and see where I start using some puzzle rushing skills here. Right in here, I found the move knight f3, which turns out was best. And it was this tactical idea. And that's really important, to find these ideas where I'm creating these tactical shots. And I can't do that unless I'm practicing with my puzzles on a regular basis. Even just finding these little in-between moves, going through these exchanges, and then even this pawn push. This was kind of very similar to a lot of puzzles that you solve. Is just push that pawn down the board. Okay, so that's how you improve at any age. You keep your strengths. You keep your strengths. You lean on your memory a lot. You lean on your experience a lot. That's great. But you got to work on your weaknesses, especially as we get older. We got to work on our tactics, and we got to work on our calculating. Okay, well, I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you learned something new about chess. Thank you for watching. Man, I am really lucky time ran out on that puzzle battle. D1 was the only move. Oh, still filming. Thank you very much for watching my chess content. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel. It'll help me bring more content. Then the buttons, it's right. Just push the button. It's subscribe. That's what it says. Please subscribe.